Hello, this is Samsai again, and welcome back to Duskers. So it's been a while, but let's just get on with it, and let's see how well we do at this today. Thus far, we haven't really had much luck, have we? Well, we've had some luck, but I think our luck is slowly starting to run out. So this is the place we were last time. We've basically run out of our propulsion and we are running on reserves now. So we may need to just go to a different place. There's also the possibility of an entirely different universe to go to. But we could jump all the way to Z, this place right here, Loham. As for our drones, they're not doing that well. Some of our stuff needs a little bit of repair, and our drones are just in general not doing that well. There is the possibility of using mines, because we do, after all, have a mine device on Jeremy here. So if we just, I don't know, take that away from there and apply that to something else, we could start dropping mines. Which might actually go well with Brendan, considering Brendan is our probe person. Also Nathan. Nathan could also be the mine carrier. And as for our ship, it's not going that well, is it? We need that remote power up, but this ship is starting to break down pretty bad. We could consider fixing that. If we look at here, if we had a little bit of more scrap, we could repair one of these upgrade slots. What I could do is I could scrap Jeremy. That would give us extra 7 scrap. And then I could repair one of these slots to keep us going a little bit further. As for the other ones here, the probe seems to be doing fairly bad. There's also the trap. Don't think I've even used the trap that much. What we could do is we could scrap this and just switch it over to mines and use the mines instead. The probes, these probably need to be fixed, because I have the sensors and I have the stealth. The probes are like my safest way of dealing with potential hostiles and scouting. What we need now is a good scrap haul. We need a full, 20 scrap. I'm gonna scrap the traps, and I'm just going to... yeah, we cannot even fix it now. We're going to have to think about our configuration here. Yeah, sure, Nathan can carry the mines, and we can use the stealth in combination with the mines to possibly take care of some hostiles. That is my current plan right now, but we do most definitely need a some sort of a scrap haul, or possibly even a completely different ship. So, as for our theories, we have the pandemic, which requires investigating medical communications, so basically anything medical will do, possibly. Then we have the observation and research outpost communications, so if we want to pursue that one. The Grey Goo is still requiring scan all rooms of a Class A or B space station, so yeah, that's a little bit questionable. And then there's the Singularity, where we don't even know where we are supposed to be going. Let's jump over to Loham, and it has 8 objects to check out, so maybe one of those will be a scrap-filled ship or something of that nature, and will actually allow us to go somewhere, because it's getting a little bit dire. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, so we have auto traders. We don't have nearly enough scrap to mess with those. There's some private ones. There's a barge. It's volatile, but it might be worthwhile. A fuel depot under quarantine, and there's a Muteki class ship. Thinking we should probably go to the barge. The barge might have something useful, including scrap, and then from there on we can go to the private sea or the Muteki class in case we are interested in some of that stuff. Getting some fuel would be nice because we are basically running on fumes, at least as far as like our fuel reserves are concerned. Neither of these ships seems particularly ripe for the taking as far as like volatility is concerned, so it's not exactly great. Okay, and there is basically nothing else to mess with. Everyone goes. One thing I should do, however, is I should set the I should add the reroute power here probably, or possibly actually the transporter might be more useful if I need to just beam drones out of there, because we don't have any replacements. We are running on our last drones, so yeah, let's go with this. I guess I could put something to the damage slot, but this is entirely possible that the either the component or the slot entirely breaks down. I don't necessarily want to do that, so let's avoid using the reroute power if we just can. And everyone goes in. And we have a communication here. Something, know that you could be saving a whopping 30% on credit fees with the new Star Traveler package. Oh, I think it's an ad. Our unlimited direct communication offer is unbeatable, possibly. Of up to 500 minutes of video calls and 500 communications per month, so you can tell all your friends and family about something away from home. Reply with Y for more information. So it's literally just an ad. As for the ship, 2 infestation types detected. Hull integrity is medium, age is quite volatile. Name is Frederick Castle. This was doing shipyard delivery and carrying raw materials. Okay, let's see. Let's get going then. I am a little bit. Oh, wait, this might be something. Okay, let's just run the generator here. And who has tow? Colin, you have tow. Okay, Colin. Let's actually, this might be just a blatantly broken one. Info. And this one is destroyed, but it does have some potential components. Actually, Brandon, you can swap. It has a trap and a lure. We can scrap either of those for raw material, so it's all good. Okay, I guess it's up to like Nathan or Colin to come and check out the rest. Nathan, I think Nathan at this point, because Nathan is more like combat oriented, although saying that it's not really true. We have some defensive tools and that's about it. Okay, well, we have an interface terminal here though. Navigate to R8. Also, all of the power is down, so it's entirely possible that there is in fact nothing here. Interface. Yeah, interface is not powered. How do we go about doing this then? R6 might be bad, and I don't think I have a good way of testing. I could drop a mine. There is a way of testing it. It's not necessarily a good way of testing it. Navigate all to R1. Let's do this the safe way, and also let's close D43 just in case. Oh right, because remote R5. This way we can remotely power that and close the door. And now we're going to have to use sensors. And I don't really like using sensors because sensors are, in my opinion, a little bit unwieldy. Help sensor. Yep. So we can drop a sensor here. In fact, there is also a power terminal right there, which I completely didn't even notice. Brendan, you're the one with the... Yep, you're the one with the interface. Okay, Brandon, you're going to have to move a little bit. Navigate to R5. We can just use the good old navigation tools here and just interface with the computer here. Maybe we can get something out of this. There is a defense, and we can try to toggle that. Defense in room 7 killed 1 enemy. So, okay, room 7 is now clear. Let's remember to turn that off. And as for you, we're going to do this the safe way. Close A1. Lock. Oh, I think it's because of Nathan. There we go. Okay, let's open D40. Because the sensor will pick up if anything is happening in the room. And based on that, we can start making our guesswork as to what we should do next. R7 is clear, so that much we already know. That's just the transporter beam, or the transporter signal. It's looking fairly good thus far. Yeah, I think this is good. This is good. Okay, but just in case, I'm going to send in Nathan, because you can never be too careful. Also, let's close A1 just in case, because there's no reason to expose anyone to any kind of a possible issue here. Okay, that's scrap. We can come back and pick that up later. Okay, let's disable the stealth module. The defenses should be down, so there should be nothing here except for indeed a corpse and the defense. We should keep this in mind. In fact, there is a way for us to play this quite safe. We can test out R2. R2 should be fine. Like, I don't think there is anything in R2, but we can just, because I'm actually I can check that if I scroll up. No, it just gives me the sensor information. But I think R2 should be safe, but we can test it. So what we are just going to have to do is send Brendan back to R5 and just interface. Let's enable the defenses and open D11. Because if there is anything in R2, they will just naturally come towards the door, the open door, which allows us to take care of it. We just need to remember to turn off the defenses as well. Yep, I think we are indeed good. Okay, let's just disable that, close D11, open D18, and let's let Colin loose on all of the raw materials. So, onwards to R6 you go. We can use that turret to determine various other things as well, or rather, pacify various other things. Navigate 3 to R7. D38 right now is something that I'm looking at and figuring out next. gather all. And then we can open D11, navigate 3 to R2. If there is something there now, I'm going to be majorly pissed. Alright, that takes care of that. Also, we do have a module here. Let's take a look at that. So it's a reroute power which we can actually tow. So that allows us to take that back to base. Okay, so let's start determining these various other things, these other places. I want to check out D38. It seems like a sane way to go. And we can, if we want to, use another sensor. Just as a precaution. And also to verify that our weight is worth it in case there is something here. I'm going to drop a sensor here. So now we should have visibility of 2 rooms, which should also give us an advanced warning in case something goes wrong at some point. So we're going to close down D11, but we're going to leave D18 open. And we are going to activate the defenses and fire up that door. So now if there is something behind that door, we should get a notification of that from the sensor, and we should be able to then determine if opening D19 is a good idea. We're not going to go through that way just in case there is a small room, but I'm pretty sure these lead to the same place. So far, so good. Also need to figure out where the rest of the generators are. Okay, that seems like it is just safe. Of course, we're not going to be overly confident about this. So we're going to be a little bit more careful. Also, always close the doors behind you, because open doors are the way the nasty gets inside our precious rooms. Okay, that's another power inlet. And indeed, these lead to the same place. Okay, we're going to not remote R5 anymore. We are going to in fact remote R10 and then just activate the generator module in navigate 1 to R5. We're going to activate the generator there. Okay. We can run additional tests using the defenses, which I think is a sane idea. However, we could also drop some extra... Yeah, let's drop some extra sensors. I want to be safe. And at this point, dying to stupid stuff that could have been prevented by a sensor doesn't really appeal. Just let's make sure that the defenses are offline. They are. And this we have already determined to be safe. What we're just going to do here is we're going to drop a sensor. Then navigate 3 back to R6. And then we're going to close D18, and then we're going to check out R13, R4, and we should be fine. Let's activate the defenses. Oh right, it's wait, what? Interface. There we go. So that should grant us access to R13, and if there is something out there, it should naturally gravitate towards R7. We could also open a whole lot of these, because there is like no reason not to. So let's just open all of these and let's let them inside R4 if there is anything in there. Okay, that was just the main video going out for a second. And we can use Nathan to check out these places a little bit more carefully. Okay, then there is something in there. I'm going to close all of those so that the freaking main video is once again gone. At least I was able to do that before. Before the video went out. Okay. Defense in room 7 killed 10 enemies. 10 enemies? What are these things? No new signals can be acquired, lost transporter, okay, there we go, we've solved all of that. We killed 10 enemies doing that. What are these things? Okay, but the defenses are still up, at least as far as I know. We should have a look. And by up, I mean usable. These must be like some small critters or something. Yeah, it looks like... I mean, Nathan's visual capability kind of sucks. I think it's just like a drone-specific thing. But yeah, we definitely need a proper set of visual sensors on this one. Colin has them. Colin is the closest one to having a set of usable... I mean, this looks like a whole bunch of tiny critters, like bug-like things. Okay. Well, we should deactivate the stealth module. So that means we went through all of those rooms, at least presumably. I mean, we may not have gone through all of them. That was the problem with opening too many of these. Like, obviously, we opened 3 of the 4 doors. And 10 enemies came out. So that throws wrenches into the whole 1 enemy per 1 room logic. Which also means that we need to be super careful, because we might not have even gotten all of them. Or worse, there might be some sort of a nest. Or whatever else. Okay, well this one is clear, at least. I guess we're going to have to check out R4. It might be... I mean, if there is some sort of a nest or whatever, don't like it. Okay, empty ship upgrade slot. Another generator. We may need to focus on that at some point. We may also want to just let a probe loose. I don't really want to do that necessarily right now, since the probe module is just about gone. And defenses are down. Good. Oh, forgot the stealth module. Okay. I think this is a broken terminal. Okay, gonna let a probe loose. We know R10 is safe, so I'm just going to send a probe to check out rooms like wherever R13 connects to. I'm thinking there's some sort of room between, like right around here. I mean, there's obviously a room right around here, but I think it's a single room that connects these two. If we can send a probe through here into these rooms, then we can basically get a good idea as to what is in there. So I'm going to deploy a probe, and let's just make sure that it goes in a sane place, which is R10 at this point. Let's just open D19 and let's let the probe in. Okay, and let's make it go through R13 just in case, just so that we have a buffer between our drones and the rest of the things. Okay, let's open up D30. Let's see what is in here. Okay, there's nasty in there. Now we know. So we lost a probe, but we gained valuable information. So that means if I close D24 and activate the defenses again, and open D30 and D31, let's just be very careful as to what we're going to open here. Whatever is in R15 should now walk towards R7. I could have done this the long way around, which would have been to drop a sensor in R13. That would have worked as well. Okay, the sensor has triggered, so let's just close the door so that they cannot go anywhere. Okay, and we've killed one enemy. Okay. Do I deploy another probe, or do I just go in with a drone? I will deploy a probe. It's safe. Let's just hope that the system doesn't malfunction. Because I don't trust R12 and R11. Those things. I mean, that could have been the second infestation. Because we knew that there were two types, and one of them is definitely those weird bug things that were haunting the hallways. Airlock unknown. Okay. We need to move people out of. Oh, it's an unknown, so it's fine. It's none of these ones that I'm currently. I thought it was like unknown, as in I don't know which one. Okay. Let's open up D14 and unflag, or well, flag again. R15. Okay, we know that that's safe now. Nope, you're not going there. So that's an unknown seal. So do we just take whatever we can from there? Because there is a drone. Who has the... Colin has the... Okay. Since that room is considered safe now, we are going to go in and take that drone back to base. Because I don't want to lose that kind of stuff. Okay, that one airlock in that direction failed, but it's fine. The rest of the doors are still sealed. Okay, the probe is... Radiation flooding. Okay, it's fine. First of all, gather all, because there's a little bit of fuel here. Okay, that gave us jump fuel, P fuel, and J fuel. Well, okay, so that's fine. And then just tow this thing back to base. Let's open up D19 and navigate 3 to R1. And then close D36 behind us so that the probe doesn't have any other place to go. And close D19 just in case. Okay. Let's check out R11. We have gotten everything we can from R12, so it's fine. Let's see what is in here. Okay, now we know. Sadly, that just blocked the door. Okay, I think it's time for the long way around route. It's already loose in 2 rooms at the same time. So let's just lead it to the defenses, where it should hopefully die. I mean, that's the only thing that we detected in there. That has to be the last probe we use here, because those probes are too valuable to be like losing. At least like not all of them. We don't want to lose all of them. The drone 2 has lost visibility, but it's fine. None of the doors appear to be abnormal, and we have a fairly decent sensor grid. I could also start prying open doors, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather... Okay, that's the sensor. Okay, now whatever is in there should be moving towards R7 now, and hopefully the defense is still strong enough to kill them. "20 enemies. Oh boy. Okay. Well, at this point, what access do I have if I like? Okay. On tow, we should now have basically killed everything there is to kill in that room, unless there is some sort of weird straggler. Just in case there is, I'm going to close down some of these doors. I want to check out R11. Doing so with Colin is maybe a little bit riskier than it could be, but I feel like it's perfectly safe at this point. There can't be that many things. That's just the probe that is dead. Okay, this is basically providing just access, it's nothing else. Okay. What more? We have R9 to check out and R3. If I remotely unpower R10 and just remote power R4, yeah, that will still give us access to the necessary doors, apart from the ones leading to R9. What we need is more. We need more sensors. That's what we need. Okay. And remember to close the defenses every time you move through that room. Navigate 3 to R13. Close. Oh, it's the D18. We're going to have to drop some sensors. Okay, the video signal is fine. We don't necessarily need that right now. Okay, and you there. Not stealth. We are going to drop some sensors. We're going to use these to figure out what we need to be doing here. Okay, navigate 3 to R14, and let's just open D24 or 23. With these sensors, we can follow what paths the nasties are going to be taking, and this allows us to indirectly figure out what is in R3 and R17, or rather fairly directly considering. Okay, let's figure out what is in those rooms, and let's just activate the defenses preemptively. and open up D9. So we should get some sort of an indication as to what is in there soon enough, if anything. If we don't get any kind of a message, I'm just going to close the defenses, move Nathan to the different room, R4 in this case, and I'm going to make my entry from there and go and check it out. If it's fine, and if there are resources, then Colin can come in too. I'm thinking it's probably empty at this point. Yeah, it's looking quite empty. Okay. D7. This one should be fine. And if I close D9 now and close D30, 31, D11 can stay open. Just closing these things in preparation for a possible sudden vacuum. Okay, well, basically I'm seeing a whole bunch of nothing. So I think this one is good to go. There is nothing here, so no reason to be doing much. Open up D8 and D29. Actually, D8 should be closed, because we can check out these rooms one by one. If necessary, I can just pry open R9, and that's another way of checking that one. Okay, I think R3 is fine. Let's open up that D8 and let whatever nasties could be in there to get into R3 and thus into R15. Whereupon they can be led to their destruction at the defenses. It is looking fairly empty. Okay, I'm gonna trust that and stealthily enter through here. I think at this point we've killed so many things that it's probably... Oh, that's a vent. It's damn it, this one is blocked. Oh boy, oh boy. D28, close that right away. There is still something there. And it almost got to me too. I could vacuum the crap out of that room. The sensor in R15 is not spotting anything. Like, either this thing is something that doesn't appear in the sensors, or it's just not moving there. Okay, let's play this differently. Not twee. Let's just insert a sensor here as well, to cover whatever might be hiding in here. Close that door. And it doesn't seem to be going through D8, so let's close that one and let's open D28 instead. It could be taking the vent through some weird place or something, I don't know. Let's see what this does. If it at all interests this thing. We have a lure. Oh, yep, it's now on the move. Let's open D9 before it does anything nasty. And D30 as well. Let's keep it moving. Okay. D30. Keep it moving, keep it moving. Hopefully this thing is actually killable. It seemed like some sort of a weird cloud. Oh, D29 needs to be closed. It might be going that way, and I don't necessarily like that idea. Yeah, come on. There's a very tasty sensor in R13. In fact, there is even more. There is a nice open door behind R13. Hopefully this isn't something that develops some sort of a weird sentience. Okay, I think it's on the move. It's on the move. It's very slow. Okay, that takes it to the R4. So it should now be more or less in range of the turrets. Killed 20 enemies. It's not a cloud. It's a crowd. Okay, well. It was a whole bunch of tiny critters that were swarming. That is what it was. Yeah, this blockage here doesn't allow us to go from here to R3, but we can check it out later. What I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly just investigate this one. This one should not be vacuum. Okay, there is an interface here. I imagine it's probably unpowered, yeah. And all of that area down below is pretty much in a horrible state. Okay, well, let's just leave this behind because there isn't anything for us here. Let's go check out R3. Should be fine now. Oh, that was just the door closing. Thought for a second that it might be something horrible. Okay. D29, stealth off. Okay, we can get to R9 from here. Now this might be ever so slightly annoying. I can pry this open. Pry D12. Okay, just take a quick peek. We are stealth, we are fine. Okay, there is nothing here. Stealth. Okay, that leaves us with 2 rooms, one of which is unexplorable. Main video has been lost. Just as I was about to move everyone back. I'm a little bit scared to do anything without the main video. I mean, I could work with this. I have a fairly good idea where everyone is, but I don't have a good, good picture of the layout anymore. And without the layout, I'm a little bit uncertain to whatever might be happening. The defense grid is still online, I think, so I would have to turn that off. I guess I could do that right now, so that deactivates the defenses. I guess I can start moving my guys back. Okay, finally the main video decided to come back. Navigate 4 to R7 and navigate 3 to R7. And D18 navigate, and let's open up D4 for T. Navigate 3 R5, navigate 4 R5. Leaves us with one more room to explore, and I'm not going to be sacrificing anyone apart from possibly Nathan, and I seriously hope that I don't have to. But R8 we've already established as a safe zone. It's just these doors that I haven't. So let's check out what is behind here. Pry D37. It's hostiles. Okay, we're fine for now. Let's just get through this as fast as possible and close it behind us. Behind us. There we go. Okay, so that room is nasty. If I turn off the remote power to R4, we don't leave anything open, and we can remote R10, which gives us access to certain doors. We could try a mine, or we could do it the slow way. Let's do it the slow way. Open that, and D17 is annoyingly open, but we cannot really do anything about that, so let's just hope that they don't take that detour. Let's open up D41. So now whatever is in there should move towards R12, possibly taking a detour to R11, but then eventually going to R15 and then R13, and eventually D18. Asteroid collision is 6 minutes out. Unknown room and R18, neither of which is critical right now. Okay, that means they are now there. Okay, moving. These ones are moving fast. Or at least comparatively. The previous one took its sweet time. Okay, how many is it this time? Okay, that's just a ship. That's just a ship. Okay, that was a single enemy. So I'm guessing it wasn't part of the swarm. Radiation flood R9. It's contained to R3 and R9. It's fine. We're going to come in through R10 because that allows us to get a buffer between us and the nasty. Should be possible to just insert into R12 through D36, just in case there is a problem here. This room wasn't big enough. Yeah, there's a defense module. Imagine I could have probably fired that up from the terminal here. Okay. Let's close D41. And we're going to have to pry open some extra doors. We're not going to be running straight into R5 for cover if this blows up on our face. Try D44. Okay, is it safe? It's just a terminal. Well, in the land of terminals. D43. Let's go. Navigate all to R1. This place is not worthwhile, and it's non-commandeerable because of the issues with radiation and flooding. So at least we got something out of it, so that leaves nothing behind. Okay, let's just exit. Got a little bit of fuel and a new drone with speed boost and probe. We can use that extra probe for good stuff. And we got the trap and lure. And also reroute power. The sensor is deteriorating, we probably need to fix that up. But overall, I would say that was a fairly decent little run. Okay, so as far as drones are concerned, yeah, this has just extra probes, which means that these ones can be moved back to storage. I don't see why I would need the increased speed. I'm really hoping that I never enter a situation where I need speed to get through. Those sensors probably need to be fixed up. The probes are fine. And with this, I can actually repair this, and I can even add some more sensors. Is that a waste now? Yes, it is, because I don't need that many sensors. The sensors, because they are like longer term, they don't require nearly as much stuff. So if I do all of this, then that leaves us with 5. And I can in fact scrap this, and I can even scrap the speed boost. So if I scrap Cliff here, and scrap the speed boost upgrade, we are basically in business again. One of these reroutes is possibly... I'm a little bit hesitant to... I mean, I could fix one of these. But do I really need the reroute power? I don't really need it that much. If one of these was a remote power, then I would absolutely fix it. But in this case, nah. Okay, so that leaves us with propulsion fuel for... so if I go here... This has less scrap capacity, meaning that this one is less likely to be any decent as far as like commandeering is concerned. Although this one has more infestation types. Either way, we're going to have to be burning our reserves, which I don't really like. Oh, and I totally forgot to check this one. This one I should have actually checked first, because I was right here. I didn't even consider that. That was a mistake on my part. The private sea, we are not going to burn that much of our propulsion, our like reserve fuel. So I feel like the Muteki is just too far away. And let's just board it.